Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Last time we got through the Eblin Cave, found some survivors, I'll find words, and we found Edge, a new party member who will basically be a replacement for Yang and is simply better in every way. Not just because he's a ninja and ninjas are awesome, but because in addition to the fact that he can equip all of Yang's old weapons, he can also equip other weapons which actually raise his damage, and he has his own spell set, which is basically ninja magic, and some of these were translated and some of them were not. Katon, or Katon, is a fire-based spell. It's often translated as flame. He also gets a water elemental and a lightning elemental, which I'll go over eventually when he gets them. Since last time, I've gained about 3 levels for Edge here, and he's learned the Needles spell, which I can't remember what that does. I believe that's the often referred to as the pin spell, or the shadow pin spell. I think it casts the hold spell. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it does. Pretty sure that's what it does. Anyway, he has he has that ability, and he also has the throw ability, or in this translation, the dart ability, which allows him to throw items. Items such as the shurikens that we picked up last time. And they're not particularly useful at this point. There will be some uses for shurikens and other more powerful shurikens later on in the game. So, the one thing I do want to do is, Edge doesn't have a lot of HP, and because I bought the boomerang form, he can attack just as well from the back row. So I rearranged my party set, put Rydia in the middle position so that her spells are more effective, specifically Toad and Sleep, which you'll want well, not Toad in this area, but anyway, just so her status effects affecting spells are more effective. Put her in the middle, and I rearrange my party so that Edge can be in the back row with the mages. Other than that, this is the path to the Tower of Babil. And these are remedy bombs. You want to take these guys out pretty quickly, because like any other bomb, if you don't kill them fast enough, they go boom, and that's not fun. Oops. I meant to do that on somebody else. Come on, Kane, land. Thank you. I don't think they're technically weak to ice, but they seem to take a decent amount of damage when using an ice spell, so. And it uses less MP than Bio, so might as well. This is actually the first bomb-based enemy you can get the bomb summoned from. And actually there are 4, I think, summons that can drop as an item that you go in your inventory and use on Rydia to teach her a new summon. There's a bomb one, a goblin one, what's the other one? There's 2 more. One of them is a petrifying enemy, a cockatrice I believe it is. And I think the other one's a mind flayer? I could be wrong about that mind flayer. I think I'm mixing up translations. So many translations for this game, and all of them blur together in my head. Very difficult to try and keep track of all the different spellings and translations that they've used, because this game has been remade, I think, more than any other game. It's ridiculous sometimes how many times it's been remade. Oh, that's not helping. These are mad ogres, and they hurt like the son of a bitch. So hopefully they attack people in the back row, and let's start by just beating up on them. What you want to do with these guys is you want to use the mini spell, which I kind of would have hoped that Rosa would have been in the middle position for this, but oh well, not much I can do about it. They are susceptible to sleep. You could use sleep on them. I am going to work from the damage perspective with Rydia and try and use Rosa to mini them so they can't deal any damage. Okay, Bio doesn't work. Right, these guys are actually classified as mage-type enemies for some reason or another. And I don't have anything that can really take advantage of that, though I believe the mithril knife from way earlier in the game could have abused that. No, unsuccessful. That's great. Oh, well, let's try the sleep spell so we can stop abusing the hell out of my characters. You can actually cast sleep before it dies? Didn't think so. Charge time. It's a pain in the ass. Well, that did a lot of damage. Oh well. I'll heal next time. Hopefully next battle I've already seen, and I'll have a chance to do it off screen without having to make a second edit. That'd be nice. Of course not. These are Kuars, and they are annoying. If you hit them and don't kill them in one shot, they will counter with Blaster, which has a chance of either paralyzing or inflicting instant death, which obviously is not a very good thing. So I want to cast Mini on the Mad Ogre and use Jump and Bio to take care of those guys so that they don't get a chance to counterattack. And Mini actually works. Yay! Attack the guy in the back row a little bit. Let's use a high potion. Yeah, let's use a high potion on Cecil. Improve my healing a little bit. Okay, I've got a chance. Let's just multi-target. Okay, I don't have a chance. It's dead. Never mind. I'll heal later. Okay. How far are we along here? Not too far. Exactly where I want to be. Okay, I'm going to heal up and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. And, of course, there's only one reason to heal up before opening a chest. And that would... And the other thing I did is I put Rosa in the middle so that she would have better accuracy with Mini, because these guys hurt a lot. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to cast Sleep, and hopefully that does something. But hopefully Mini will make this battle pretty much pointless. Well, not pointless, because there's definitely a reason to do it, but at least it'll make it easier to deal with. And now Sleep is pointless. There is one thing you can do in this fight that I haven't done, and that's equip Edge with the Fairy Claw that Yang had, because the Fairy Claw exploits the giant type, creature type, or however they refer to it in this game. Everyone can attack. No big deal. Now let's remove the Dancing Dagger, throw the Fairy Claw on there. So he still has the boomerang for back row throw. I think it's called throw elemental in this game, or ranged, or projectile, something like that. Yeah, he does quite a bit more damage this way. Anyway, the importance of this fight is eventually, once I kill this guy, and they're not doing a lot, there we go, is the item you win. And that item is the Ogre Killer. The Ogre Killer, surprisingly for an axe, is actually reasonably useful. And there are not a lot of axes that are all that useful in Final Fantasy games. It's slightly more powerful than the Ice Brand, and like the name suggests, it exploits the monster creature type, giant type. So it'll do additional damage to giants. And what happened here? Let's jump whoever pops out of this egg. Oh, I confused him. I forgot about that. Still has the Fairy Claw. Now he's going to hatch. That's a Lamia. No big deal. Let's heal up Cecil there. Or Kane could one-shot this Lamia. That could happen too. Okay, no more of that. There are some other enemies that can appear from eggs in this area, so that's why I've been keeping a lot of those, or, well, I will be keeping some of them in. With some of the levels that Edge has gained, when I leveled them up there, He no longer needs the power wrist to get any additional damage because it doesn't change his multiplier. So that's why I kept an extra rune ring around, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this guy. I can't remember what I do with this guy. The sorcerer, he is a different enemy. Whatever. The ice warriors will cast reflect as soon as you cast a spell on them, but if you avoid trying to deal with them and just cast Titan, you can take them out pretty quickly. I gotta switch the fairy cloth edge there. Still haven't done that. Yeah, Titan at this point becomes very useful because you can have him just knock out entire groups with very little effort. And I have plenty of others that I still haven't used. Let's get that fairy claw off there for the dancing dagger. That dancing dagger has been hanging around my inventory forever, and I finally get to make use of it again. Very nice. It's not, it's lasted quite a while considering how early in the game I bought it. And here we get a Lilith's Kiss, which basically enacts the Osmos spell and drains MP should you require it. The path to the left over there leads to nowhere, so avoid that. Notice anything familiar there? Yeah, this is the Tower of Babil proper, so you can definitely see aspects where they've reused parts of the dungeon from before. And here we get the Ashura Blade, which is finally more powerful than the Dancing Dagger, and we can finally sell it. Not that it's worth a lot to sell, but it definitely lasted quite a while. Sorry about that, guys. I can't even remember what I was talking about. It is 5 minutes to midnight on a Saturday night, and because I have nothing better to do, I'm here, and my brother just interrupted me to tell me that he's taking off at 5 to midnight, and I have no idea where he's going, so yay, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. To be young again, I guess. Says the guy who's 25 and complains about being old, and whatever. I'm rambling. Let's use a tent, because as soon as you see a save point, if you have a tent at this point in the game, you might as well use it, as long as you use at least 50 MP on any character. Look at that, Rydia still needs more to fully restore herself, though I'm not too worried about that right now. And over here we can... well, you shouldn't have known this area from before. Huh. I was thinking about something else. Another point in the game. Anyway, the right side leads nowhere, so don't worry about taking the left path, or don't worry about taking the right path, make sure you take the left path. And here it's the middle path, leading to... no! Bad game! No confusing 3 out of 4 living party members. Bad game. That was very frightening. And this little middle path leads to probably one of the largest sums of money I've ever seen in a chest in any game. In fact, it pretty much is slightly less than a third of the total gil I have now, which is kind of surprising. But anyway, proceeding up here leads to... those look like... the King and Queen of Eblon. Nice. So they're just fine. Look at that. What the... okay, that was bad. I'm not an actor, come on. Anyway, we have boss time with the Queen and King of Eblana, or Eblon, depending on translation. The Sands of Hell. Isn't it like the fiery pits of hell? Can I steal from you guys? That's the one thing that I don't really know very well, is the steal list that, found a monster. Yeah, the item list that you can steal from different enemies. I know there's some, but it's a lot more useful to do in, say, I don't know, the PSP version of the game where you have auto redo, auto battle, where you can just steal over and over again in like a couple of minutes and steal like 60 of the same item from the same guy over and over and over again. Anyway, my lack of focus in this fight and the fact that I'm not dying is trying to inform you, this is a story battle. And I've seen people say that if you do 7,000 HP worth of damage to these guys, they'll flip and do this sequence here. But if you do nothing, same thing happens, so I wouldn't worry too much. Anyway, the remaining battle, of course, is just storyline. Kind of interesting, the monster designs. They gave them completely unique monster designs, and they're not even really bosses. Just kind of annoying and kind of good in the same way. The fact that they valued storylines so much, but weren't so worried about having to waste time, you know, quote unquote, on animating completely separate sprites for two characters that we'll see in this battle very briefly, and then end, and that's it. Not that I'm spoiling anything, considering it's happening right in front of you anyway, but yeah, they're both gone. And again, we get this same theme that we've heard before, a slowed down version of the map theme, I believe this is, or is this the theme of love? I can't remember. Too many names. Much better with the names of the tracks from Final Fantasy VII. Oh, it's not over yet. But the video is. Anyway. Oh. Rubicante. You still don't seem completely evil, do you? Edge language. Oh, would you look at that? We have well, it's not really the beginning of this trope, but we've seen this trope throughout anime and video games and movies, and hell, even in the Power Rangers way back in the day when I used to watch that. The honorable villain. The honorable villain is such a great character to just kind of to identify with, because it's a character you can identify with. It's a flawed character. It's a character that has a lot of ideas that you can agree with, and you can just kind of see them go down a wrong path or be misguided by somebody into being more evil than you're led to believe that they actually are. Oh, if that's so. Emotions will not bring you any power, huh? The emotion anger has brought out Edge's hidden powers. Suiton, which is his flood attack or water-based attack, and Raijin, which is his lightning-based attack. And here is a very important point for the upcoming fight. Not even ice can penetrate his cloak of flames. And here we actually can maneuver. So that's all for this episode. Next time we're going to fight Rubicante, or Rubicant, or however the hell you want to pronounce this guy's name. And then I'll see you guys next time.